Hi, welcome back to Educator.com's AP Music Theory class, and today's lesson is on intervals. So the objectives for this lesson are to learn interval spellings and qualities, and after that we're going to learn how to apply what we learned in the key signatures lesson to find intervals. And lastly, we're going to do a little work with inverting intervals at the end of the lesson. So, a little definition of intervals. Basically, an interval is the measurement of distance between two pitches. And these two pitches can occur in two different ways, harmonically or melodically. For instance, if I notate a D here and an F here, so the interval is going to tell us this distance between the two. And in this case, this would be a melodic interval because the notes are happening one after another, like a melody. And of course, to do a harmonic example would be maybe an interval of an A to an E here happening simultaneously. So this would be an example of a harmonic interval. And this one here is melodic. Okay, so of course there's different kinds of intervals, and the simplest way we can classify them is by using numbers. So if I notate a C major scale here, we can see the different numbers available to us by finding the intervals all from this root note of C. So a C to a D, of course, is going to be some kind of second. So write second here. And C to an E will be some kind of third. And C to this F will be a fourth, and so on. So it goes on from fifth, sixth, seventh, and C to C is, of course, what we call an octave, not eighth. And one more thing that's missing from this would be, of course, a C going to a C in the same line. So this is a unison. So these are the numbers that are available to us when we're naming intervals. And of course, we can have notes that are farther apart than an octave, which would be called a compound interval. For instance, if we have the C going to this D here, we could call this a ninth, but we could also call it a compound second. And so on for all the other notes that are bigger than an octave away from C. And it's not uncommon to see ninths and tenths called ninths and tenths, but beyond that, you'll see compound fourth, compound fifth, things like that.